What's going on, guys? This is Travesty here, and welcome to week 1 of the PPL VGC season. Who knows how many of these we're going to end up doing. Probably depends on how Champions goes, how this season goes, etc. But yeah, we are here with the first season, first week, and we have drawn to play against Amber, who we have never beaten in any of our draft league battles, so I'm pretty keen to try and get one over them if I can. So you can see the team matchup down the bottom right corner there. The main things to note are that their only fairy resists are Mega Steelix and Camerupt, neither of which really like taking hits on the special side. Mega Steelix has a pretty reasonable SPDEF stat, but not enough to really want to handle our Floette. Our speed tiers, we're generally way faster than they are, so I could see a Trick Room angle coming with like Reuniclus as their only Trick Room setter. Otherwise I might try and get Tailwind up with that Pelipper, or just abuse the Rain with Baskia Legion to outspeed us that way, and Unburden Sneasler to also get a speed advantage. That Sneasler is the only thing that's really in a speed tier that threatens our team, and if it does get the Unburden off, it'll just be the fastest thing in the metagame, basically. We do have him on the outspeeds it though, which is really handy. There are a few things that I don't think are gonna come. Hydreigon I think looks terrible in this matchup because it has to be Scarf to outspeed Floette. It could come to try and handle the Dragapult, that is definitely an option, and it could also be carrying like Head Smash for the Volcarona, but I don't think Hydreigon's super likely here. Like I said, the Rain mode could come, Heliolisk is an option. I don't think Lopunny comes this week. Mr. Rhyme is genuinely an option as a second Trick Room setter as well. So it's really only, and I don't know if Lycanroc really wants to show up here, but it might. So it's really only the Hydreigon and Lopunny that I think are likely drops from my opponent. And this game is also going to be played live in some amount of time. I mean, this is going to be uploaded after the live game was played. So, but yeah, if you want to check out live PPL battles, we're doing those every Monday morning Australian time, which is like Sunday night most European American times. So check that out on, I think it'll be on Greyvee's channel, which is the person I'm facing. I'll definitely leave links to all of that, as well as all the other coaches, in the description. Now let's get into the team I'm bringing. If you do want to skip ahead to the battle, there is a timestamp for that in the description as well, which should show up in the video that you can skip ahead towards, and it is going to be best of 3. So we're doing full VGC style stats. We are doing closed team sheet just because it's draft, and open team sheet kind of ruins a lot of things with draft. So yeah, just doing closed team sheet, but best of 3 matches. So obviously I mentioned they're pretty fairy weak, so we are bringing Floette. It would be silly not to. This thing is in a pretty good speed tier against their team. A lot of the things that outspeed it don't really threaten us outside of the Sneasler, like Heliolisk isn't really doing much. Lopunny isn't the most threatening. Lycanroc can obviously hurt a lot if it lands a Stone Edge or something. And then we outspeed the rest of the team other than like Scarfers or Swiftloom, etc. We can just get off huge damage with Moonblast and Dazzling Gleam with those Fairy Aura boosted attacks, just nuking everything and anything. We then also have Chilling Water, because if they do decide to bring Rain and the Rain is up, that will do a metric butt ton to Camerupt, and a good amount into the Steelix, and then with our bulk we will actually live a Heavy Slam from the Steelix afterwards as well, after the -1 attack drop. It also does ever so slightly more than Moonblast, so that's important to keep in mind. I think it might actually be a 2K. I need to check my calcs on this, but I think it might 2-shot the Mega Steelix in Rain, which is absurd, because it's such a weak move. Yeah, it won't 2-shot in Rain if they're like fully SPDEF, but if they're just bulky, then yeah, if they're just HP invested, then there's a good chance it'll 2-shot in Rain, which is important because we actually have ways to boost our damage output even though we're not running Calm Mind. And then 4th move is Protect, just to try and keep this thing. I imagine it's going to draw a lot of attention from them, so I can protect and then take care of the threats. Our bulk investment is enough to live a Diaclaw from an Adamant Sneasler. I'm not expecting it to run like Poison Barb because obviously it wants to do a little bit of spoilers there. Obviously it wants to get the Unburden boost, and so I'm expecting either White Herb or Sash as the most likely things. Most likely White Herb, I think, because I think Gyarados is a pretty reasonable bring from me, so hopefully they're going to try and caveat the Intimidate that way. And yeah, then just a little bit of special attack and modest, because that's what we're going to get the most out of our nature from. And the speed investment will allow us to outspeed max speed Mega Meganium if they are deciding to run max speed for some reason. I think it's unlikely, but we want to be able to outspeed max speed Basculegion, because we have ways to lower its speed as well. So it was kind of a similar speed tier, and it wasn't worth the 2 extra points to risk getting outsped by a random speedy Meganium, because we had the bulk and the power that we needed. Next up we have Dragapult. I kind of hinted that I was probably going to bring this thing because there is a Sneasler, and this is the only one that outspeeds it that we have. It's one of the only ones that outspeeds it in the entire metagame. And we do just clean Oko with Psychic Fangs, as long as it's not Sash, which it could be. We are running a fair amount of speed and a timid nature on this thing, so this speed is enough to outpace a Choice Scarf Pelipper, because we already outpaced the Sneasler, so I decided to go a little bit more to outspeed Scarf Pelipper, and then I decided to go a little bit further than that just to outspeed Adamant Basculegion. So that's the reason for the speed investment, and then the HP investment allows us to live a max special attack modest Dazzling Gleam from Mega Meganium as long as Fairy Aura isn't active. So I need to be careful when I Mega Evolve if that thing is out, if that's the board state. We are running Willow Hex here, because Shadow Ball just isn't quite doing enough into a lot of things anyway, and there's quite a lot of things I would like to get burned. There's a theme on this team of just spreading a lot of status, because if I can burn the physical attackers, if I can paralyze the fast things, then I just click with Floette and stuff dies, and then I can also just click with this thing, because if everything is status, then I can just Willow Hex destroy everything, and this allows us to, for example, 1v1 a Mega Steelix, because we won't get 2-hit KO'd by Heavy Slam or Crunch after burning a Mega Steelix, so that's really nice. And again, their only burn immunity is Camerupt, which, like, it's Camerupt, so it's not the most threatening in the world. And then even with a timid nature, Psychic Fangs will Oko this Sneasler, so that's really nice. You can't see the items on this screen, I've realized, because of the way Champions does items in a slightly weird way. So we are running the Kasib Berry, so that allows us to take half damage from a Ghost type attack, most likely the Basculegion is what I'm thinking. I could have run Colbur for Throat Chop Sneasler, but Sneasler honestly could forego Throat Chop to try and run a Rock move instead. And so I didn't think it was worth it, and Kasib means that I can pretty safely stay in on the Basculegion like turn 1, even if it's special with Shadow Ball, we'll live that pretty comfortably, and then we can just go for a Will-O-Wisp. And even if it's special, then at least, like, we know we burned it, we can hex it later if we slow it down somehow, which there may be ways to, we'll find out. But yeah, so that's going to be the plan with Dragapult. Next up we have Volcarona. So this is the primary support mon for my Floette. We've got Protect, Heat Wave, Overheat, and Rage Powder. Heat Wave is kind of just, I really didn't know what else to put in that slot. I had Tailwind for a while, I had Bug Buzz for a while. I decided on Heat Wave because when in doubt, just fire off Heat Waves and hope for burns and get chip damage on both opponents. So we are running enough bulk on this thing to take an Ancient Power from Max Special Attack Modest Meganium, because I think it will be running that. I think it'll be Solar Beam, Dazzling Gleam, Ancient Power, and Protect, because that's the coverage that it hits the hardest into my team. I don't think they may bring Weather Ball over Solar Beam to try and catch like the Excadrill and do neutral damage into this thing, but yeah, that would be the moves that I'll be considering on that Meganium. We can Rage Powder to redirect hits into us to try and keep things like Floette or Dragapult safe. We also have enough physical defense investment to take a Rock Slide from a max attack Adamant Mega Steelix, and therefore also like Sneasler, because that's weaker than Mega Steelix. So yeah, so that allows us to live like rock moves from those guys, and we do also have the Passo Berry, so Passo, either way, the Water Resist Berry, again for that Basculegion, and we live a, I did write this down, a Scarf Adaptability Wave Crash, even if it's Adamant Scarf, so with the Passo Barrier will live on like 1, and then we are running Flame Body on this thing, so there's always a chance of getting random burns that way as well, which would be nice. And yeah, we can Rage Powder stuff into us and then go from there. The special attack investment also means that Overheat is a guaranteed OHKO into like max HP Mega Meganium, or like a bulky, even like especially bulky Mega Steelix doesn't want to take it. And then in rain it guarantees it as over half, but then there's a way, again, I'm bringing a tech that allows me to potentially nuke those things in the rain. So that's that, and then Heat Waves, yeah, it's just good general damage. The speed investment here is just to creep creepers. If anything's trying to creep over an uninvested Volcarona, we'll just catch it there. And we have Kangaskhan, so we're running a really bulky supportive Kangaskhan here. Scrappy Fake Out is really handy to catch the Basculegion potentially, and stall out turns of rain, or give me just a free hit into it with something like Dragapult or Floette that can just kill it. We're then running Sucker Punch, so if we need to revenge something when it's low, even if Trick Room or Tailwind are up, or Rain, we can potentially revenge like the Basculegion. This will do like a bit over a third, or like Reuniclus, things like that, or even like if we pop Sneasler down to Sash, and then we can Sucker Punch and revenge it that way. Helping Hand is the primary option to try and boost the damage output of Floette. So Helping Hand Dazzling Gleams, Helping Hand Moonblasts do just kind of OHKO everything. Helping Hand Rain Boosted Chilling Water will do a lot to Mega Steelix if it comes to that, so that's going to be that option. And then we do also have Sunny Day. The idea here is, because I threaten the Scrappy Fake Out, there's a chance if they are Swift Swim Basculegion that they're going to go for Protect, and they'll be next to, say, like Pelipper or something that doesn't necessarily threaten this Kangaskhan with a lot of damage. Or, I mean, most things, basically most individual hits on this team we live. Basically everything outside of, like, I think we do actually live in Adamant Wave Crash. I'm pretty sure I bulked for that. Yeah, so I have enough bulk to take a adaptability Scarf Wave Crash in the rain from Basculegion, so even if they do attack and don't fear the Fake Out, we should live that hit. Basically any one hit will live, and that includes from the Sneasler, because we do have the Choppleberry as well. So this here thing will threaten the Fake Out, and then we can get Sunny Day up. So if it's like Swift Swim Basculegion, for example, and it's running through my team late, we can bring this thing in, threaten the Fake Out, go for Sunny Day instead. Then they'll be really slow, the Wave Crashers won't be doing anything, and we can, we're immune to Last Respects, so that's also really handy. And then potentially we can just finish off with Sucker Punch there. So that's going to be the Kangaskhan set. Then we have another support mon in the Raichu. So my expected leads, I am keeping it flexible in case they bring something I don't expect, but I'm probably going to lead Raichu plus Volcarona, and the idea is to spread as much status as possible. Running Protect on this guy as well, because Protect is just a good move to have on lots of things when you're trying to stall, like Tailwind or Rain turns, which are things that are really important against this team. We have another Fake Out mon just to buy turns for, again, our Floette, our Dragapult, our really big damage dealers that way. And then we have Nuzzle. Nuzzle here is to obviously get things paralyzed and break Focus Ashes. So we can Nuzzle into, say, Sneasler, for example. We can Nuzzle into Pelipper, actually does like a reasonable amount of damage to Pelipper, and the Basculegion. Those are the main targets for that Nuzzle tech. If you happen to catch like a Meganium on the switch in, or a Hydrogun or something like that, then yeah, I won't say no to a little bit of Nuzzle chip and a Paralysis, but yeah. And then here's the main tech that allows us to up our damage output, and that is Fake Tears. So Fake Tears will allow Chilling Water to OHKO Mega Steelix, for example. It will allow like Moonblast and Dazzling Gleam to basically KO against everything. It allows Overheat to OHKO Mega Meganium in the rain, so on and so forth. There's a lot of ways that we can just abuse Fake Tears to our advantage, and we are actually running Static on this thing because I'm not sold that Heliolisk looks the best here. It's okay into Gyarados, but it really doesn't like basically anything else in my team. It's pretty hard walled by the Dragapults and Excadrill, and it doesn't do enough to Floette, etc. So I'm not certain that Helios is going to come, and so I've taken the risk of not running Lightning Rod because Static would be really nice, again, for those Paralysis procs onto Sneasler, Basket Legion, and Co, Mega Steelix, whatever. Basically anything that we can static would be great. And we are running Focus Sash on this thing to guarantee to live 1 hit, and you might be wondering why running Focus Sash and then so much per def investment, and that's because that allows us to take 2 Dazzling Gleams from Meganium or 2 Hyper Voices from Heliolisk. So just in case they do bring Heliolisk, we can live a Hyper Voice from it and get like a Fake Tears into it to just OHKO with something else on my team. And one of those something else's may well be the Zoroark. So we're running a Choice Scarf Zoroark here with Night Daze, Sludge Bomb, Psychic, and Trick. So my plan is not to bring Zoroark in game 1 and then bring it in game 2, hoping that they've kind of forgotten about it, but also just introduces the mind games of, do I have a Zoroark somewhere? That's one of the other options for leads, is to go Dragapult plus Volcarona in game 1 and then switch to Zoroark disguised as Dragapult in game 2, because with the Choice Scarf I'll be faster than everything, so it should hopefully make them think that I am the Dragapult for a little bit longer, and means they probably won't fake out that slot, and they'll probably fake out the other slot, and that can allow me to do some tricky things. No pun intended. So the options that I see most likely in game 2 where Zoroark can catch my opponent off guard is if they are Scarfed Basket Legion and I've shown that I'm not Scarfed on Dragapult, then they'll expect that they'll outspeed. If they are Adamant Scarf, then we'll play around that, but if they think that they outspeed and are pretty safe, or they know that I'm Willow Hex, they know they can take a Hex for example, they're pretty safe to just like flip turn or something like that into my Dragapult, because they know that I'm not Scarf based on game 1, then I can just go for Night Daze and OHKO that thing. Unfortunately, Night Daze is only 95% accurate, but it is 10 BP stronger than Dark Pulse. And I kind of want to see the animation in this game, to be honest, but also that puts it over the range of, like, if they're running a little bit of bulk in Basket Legion, then Dark Pulse is only roll to KO, whereas Night Daze is guaranteed KO. If they're running a lot of bulk in Basket Legion, then Dark Pulse can't KO and Night Daze does, like, it has a roll too, etc. So running Night Daze, and we just hope we don't miss the 95% accurate moves, and it's got a 40% chance to drop accuracy, so if it comes down to it, I'm clicking Scarf Night Daze, and we're gonna hope for accuracy drops, because that is, you gotta play to your outs. We're also running Sludge Bomb and Psychic, that's just to hit the Sneasler and the Meganium. We obviously have nothing to hit Hydreigon, but like I said, I don't think Hydreigon is the most likely bring here. It's just threatened by too much on my team. Like, literally, look at my top 4 mons, and then think how Hydreigon matches up. It's like Floette outspeeds and kills it, Dragapult outspeeds and kills it, Volcarona will probably live anything outside, like a Head Smash, and Bug Buzz will kill it, Gallade will live anything, and Sacred Sword will kill it. So I just don't think Hydreigon's coming here. Watch me eat my words on that one. Trick here is if they do go for Trick Room in the second game, I can just trick the Reuniclus, which is the most likely Trick Room setter, could also be Mr. Rhyme. I can trick them because if they're running really bulky, or they're running like Colbur Berry or something, then I won't be able to guarantee the KO. But I can trick them as they go for Trick Room, lock them into Choice Scarf Trick Room, and then my ideal situation would actually be if they go like Sneasler plus Reuniclus lead, because, fake out into Trick Room is a pretty standard play. I protect the Volcarona as they fake it out, because they won't be able to fake out the Dragapult. I trick them at Choice Scarf. I then have 2 mons that are slower than Sneasler, and can threaten it with a lot of damage, and they have a mon tricked into Trick Room. And so I'll have so much offensive pressure and probably force at least one switch. I can just click like Night Daze plus Heat Wave into either slot and claim a KO. And force a lot of damage onto whatever wants to switch in, because if like Mega Steelix or Meganium switches in raw, they're taking a lot of damage from a Heat Wave. So yeah, they can kind of play around the Trick Room that way, and maybe we even get a useful item like a Focus Edge or something, I don't know. Yeah, so that's the kind of idea, is I'll probably bring this thing in game 2. We'll see how the games go before I like lock that in, but that's kind of the plan with Zoroark. And that's going to be the whole team, so hoping that Floette gets to be a little bit of the star of the show. I'm trying to, you can see I've got the Rank Master title on it, because I have been using this thing to climb. I'm currently in Master Ball Tier 2, and like top 6,000 I think. So I'm pretty happy with that, and so I think I've been doing that with a Mega Floette team, and I would like to see this thing just continue its dastardly run before we ban it from draft forever. Not that I think it's ban worthy actually, but yeah, I'm keen to see Floette kind of pop off, or potentially just some of the other techs and get really into some VGC draft shenanigans. So I'll be cutting to the game now, and see you there. Okay, here we are for the battle against Amber. Let's see what she has decided to bring into us. There is no Hydra, there is a Lichen Rock, which is interesting. I wasn't entirely expecting that. There's Pelly, Basque, there's no Meganium. It's Pelly, Basque, Steelix, Reuni, Lichen Rock, Sneasler. So I think could just be Scarf or Sash on the Lichen Rock. I think I want to lead with Pulse and this because I'm not too worried about the Meganium switch in, and then I think I'm going to bring Kangaskhan and Floette in the back. Yeah, let's do that. For game 1. Good luck, have fun to Amber. So pivoting, I was originally thinking Raichu plus Volcarona for the Meganium, but there is no Meganium. It's going to be Pelipper Basculegion. Okay. So we know we outspeed Scarf Pelly with you, so I think I am just gonna Willow Basque off rip and go for a Protect here, because then I can Rage Powder the following turn. I could also just double Protect, but we are the thing, so I think I prefer doing this. Because we'll scout out for the Kasib. They should probably flip turn into Pulse. We would outspeed if we were Scarfed Pulse, but we don't kill. Okay, so they stay in with both. Pelipper protects. Here's Wave Crash into that slot, and we land the Willow. Awesome. So we still don't know what item that is, but if it's burned, I think we should take one with Volcarona, even in rain. Yeah, even if you're like Mystic Water, with the Pasho Berry, we definitely take one. Cool. I'm gonna Hex this slot, and I'm going to Rage Powder, I think. Do force the Pelly to go into us as well. Oh, is that a speed tie? That's crazy. So 0-1 for you. It is Hurricane. We should live, yeah. So, speed tie question mark? In comes Reuni. I did take Bug Buzz off this thing. So Trick Room is a problem for me. I have Fake Out, I have lots of Protect. Should have kept the Bug Buzz, that's what we're learning now. So Reuniclus, we do two-shot the Reuniclus with Hex. Which I think is what I'm going to go for. And then just Heatwave, Break Sash. I think Volcarona has done all that it needs to do. Okay, that's about what we expected. That looks like max HP. Calcing on top of all of this is hard. There's a little bit. There's the Trick Room. It should be Overcoat. So I am actually just going to double protect here. So you've seen Trick Room and Psyshock. Okay, I'm going to Hex you and Rage Powder. So we have Fake Out in the back of another round to protect. We should be all good here to get through this. I'm going to write down some moves. Hurricane, Protect. So we know Pelipper is not Scarfed. We know neither of these are lefties. Yeah, it is Overcoat. I expected as much. Oh, it's not Overcoat. It might not be Overcoat. Okay, we should live a Hurricane easy peasy though. Just have to pray for no confusion. Yeah, that does about half. Awesome. Let's see if we can see anything about this Pelipper. Okay, so it doing about half means it's got some investment, but not max. Rain stops. I think I always go into you here. There's the Steelix. The Trick Room has 2 turns left. So I'm going to Will-O-Wisp and Fake Out. With Rain gone, we're in potentially big trouble here. Because I needed the Chilling Water to KO. So Pelly got 1. Yeah, Steelix protects, which I expected. I should have faked out the... nah, I think this is still the correct play. We just have to dodge a Hurricane or live. Nah, we don't live. You can hear it from the sound immediately. Damn. That Hurricane was unfortunate. Gonna protect here. And I might as well Sucker Punch here and get some chip. Scene. Protect, Pulp went 1 and 1. I can work out some of this afterwards. Yeah, you probably should double the Kang here. We get our chippies. Yeah, it's gonna be a heavy slam. We should live this, right? Comfortably. Hurricane misses. That's pretty good. Twisted Dimensions return to normal. I go for Helping Hand, Chilling Water here. It is my only play. If I had Raichu, Fake Tears would be so good right now, but I don't think I mean, we're not out of it yet. Pelly protects, that's fine. Big chilling water. That does so much! Go, you good thing. Go, you good thing. Heavy Slam, we should live. Yes! Go, Floet! Go, big chilling water. Okay. How much did that do? So that means you might not be... So Helping Hand, you're at 90%. So it's either like a max roll, so it looks like you're probably just max HP. Yeah, looking like probably just max HP, which means Helping Hand Gleam should pick up here. I think. It's a roll, actually. I think it's a roll. I think that's my play. Regardless. I could have Protect Sunny Dade, actually. I should have Protect Sunny Dade. If I'd gone Protect Sunny Day, then we mean that the chances of hitting Hurricane are way, way, way lower. Just take it out. Ah, oh, it's so close. Okay, Pelly's Citrus. It does land the Hurricane. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it should have been Protect Sunny Day from me there. I don't think Kangaskhan ever takes out Pelipper with 2 Sucker Punches, yeah. So what I have to do... I think I always just double attack. And so I think I just have to suck at the Steelix here. Hope they miss Hurricane a few times. Damn, this Pelipper is locked in. It's missed 1. Which, to be fair, probably did matter. But, okay, that's going to be us losing. So, Pelipper killed Floet and Kangaskhan. So, Pelipper goes 3-0. Basculegion was 0-1. Reunion was 0-1. Steelix, we saw H-Slam, probably max HP, max attack. Yeah, I shouldn't have gone for Gleam there. I think if I just focused down, I was just worried about Protect. So if I just focused down, then it would have been in a fantastic spot. Okay, Volcarona was 0-1. Kangaskhan went 1-1. Did Floet claim any kills? Let's see. Pult got Basculegion and Reini. So Pult got 2. Floet 0-1. Volcarona 0-1. Kang 1-1. Okay. I think if I do the same thing but with Raichu in the back over Kangaskhan, I think that's fine. I don't think I really want to go Zoroark here. Make sure we get Helping Hand off our Calc. And no rain for now. Okay, let's see. So we know it's not Scarf Pelly. Do we go with Volcarona? Because it would be the Basculegion. They didn't see Seed Berry. We know that was a speed tie, actually. Actually, yeah, because then this will outspeed the Basque turn 1. So I definitely want to bring you out. And I think I do you next to Volk. With then Pulp plus Floet in the back. I think is what I go for here. because this means they lead Trick Room. Playing this with Draft League is so hard. Yeah, I really needed the fake tears at the end of that one. If I brought Raichu in the back, it's hard to know. Hard to know. Okay, let's write down what we've got for game 2. And we've got Zoroark and Volcarona. Also, just having some coverage on Volcarona would be nice. We know that Pelipper is Citrus. We saw that as well. And Reuni, I expect, is not Overcoat, question mark. Dreams can Rage Powder it, which is good. I think I need to stall out one more turn of Trick Room there before letting Dragapult go down. It's going to be Lycanroc Basculegion. Okay. That was meant to be... This is meant to be Dragapult, is what it's just... This is meant to be Dragapult. That's fine. I think I am just going to Night Daze Basculegion off rip. And Protect. I'm assuming this is going to be Scarf Lycanroc, which is a hashtag bad time for me. Yeah, it's definitely Scarfed. We dodge, which is nice. They're going to see the fact that we're definitely Zoroark. That lives, so that's a fat fish. Do you get the accuracy? That's the most Pokemon turn to ever Pokemon. Okay, we're at a bad spot here. Lycanroc is a problem. Why did I not prep anything for this? Okay, we will live a Rock Slide. And Night Daze will do a lot. Volcarona is not living a Rock Slide. So I think I Night Daze into the Lycanroc slot. Is it worth keeping this thing alive? Yeah, I think I do want to keep Volcarona alive. Sorry if you can hear my dog in the back. I can also hear my dog in the back. It's gonna be Aqua Jet. Oh, Jet into thing probably does KO, doesn't it? Another speed tie. So they're... What fucking speed stats are happening here? We dodge on the thing. Okay. I don't know what's going on with speed order, honestly. I mean, we take one, so I think we just take our double KO here. This is insane. This is actually insane. I probably should have doubled the Lycanroc, actually. Yeah, I should have doubled that slot. In case they do land. Okay. So I don't know what's going on with speed interactions this game. So Polt gets 1 and the Zoroark gets 1. I do think that means it has to be a really fat fish. Yeah. So there's this thing and the Steelix. So we always Night Daze, Pelipper, Willow, Steelix. I just want to see how much HP they have to be running to live a Night Daze with 12% left. Like, so much. Like, probably some... I know Amber likes to go into Spadef. So put like... Yeah, it's still like a lot of Spadef, so that's good to know. Probably... Okay, so no protect from the Steelix. We do half into Pelipper, which is good. Please land the Willow. We do land the Willow. Okay. This Steelix is now neutered as a threat. We have Bingling Water in the back. We should be good. It's going to go Hurricane. It does land into Dragapult. We live. And it's going to go for Rock Slide. And claim... It doesn't actually kill... This Zoroark's going crazy. Zoroark is actually going crazy right now. I'm gonna go into you. And I'm gonna Night Daze Pelipper. It did 60% last time, so it might not KO this time. So do I... Actually, Pelipper is less of a threat, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go into Steelix. I'm gonna Mega and... Do I just Gleam? Yeah, we're just gonna Gleam. Just got that in. I'm so scatterbrained. This is so hard. I've been playing on ladder, it's so much easier than this. Playing with draft is so much harder. Because you know that they've got stuff specifically for you. Okay, Pelipper does protect. We finally miss a Night Daze. Just get our chip here into Steelix. It's gonna go for Rock Slide, and we dodge on the Floette. We should take 2 Heavy Slams from this thing, is the thing. So what I actually want to do here is I think I want to stall out turns of Rain, because then we're really safe. So Rain has 3 turns left. So if I go... just protect here. I don't think I lose anything. Because if we catch a protect from the Steelix, then we can Chilling Water into that slot in the next turn. There's the Wide Guard, cool. Good to know, and Pelipper goes for Weather Ball into Volcarona. Okay. So, do you, in the rain, kill a max HP Steelix from this range? Yes, you do. So I'm gonna go for Overheat and Moonblast here. And Moonblast into Pelipper. And then I think we need to think about our turns, because I don't think we... See, you shouldn't get that because of the thing with the 1/3 chance. That's really annoying. This should just KO Pelipper though, right? Yeah, that just kills Pelipper. Okay. Well, now we just Chilling Water and Overheat. So Floette got Pelipper, and he's gonna get the Steelix. Steelix lived on 1. It's just rude, but it's doing no damage at this point. We still haven't revealed Pasho Berry, which is nice. We should note that it has Wide Guard and Rock Slide, so we know its whole moveset. Wide Guard, Rock Slide. And we know that we've got Speed Tires all over the shop. So Lycanroc we know was Rock Slide and was Scarfed. And we go to game 3. I think I lead Raichu plus Pult here. because that puts me in... I don't think they're ever bringing Sneasler, to be honest. They haven't brought it the last couple of games. Cool. Did Pult get a KO last game? I can't even remember. It did, it got the Vascular Legion. Okay. I think I want to lead you plus you. Because then we can fake out and burn the Lycanroc if it's a problem. And then I think we go you plus you in the back. I think having that overheat pressure is too good to give up. And the redirection. So game 3 we've got Raichu, Lycanroc and Sneasler. Cool. So this should be... It should be fake out into this slot and like crunch into this slot. I just want to see how much crunch does. I mean, if it is locked into crunch, no, that's still not good for us. I'm sure it kills with... It's so strong. Yeah, it'll kill. I'm just going to double protect then. This is why I put protect in the first slot, because if in doubt, double protect. Because you're probably running adamant based on the speed tie. And we're not Colbur, so we would actually live a crunch, but we would not live a play rough. So let's see what you lock yourself into. Sneasler is going to fake out into that slot, and he's just going to be Rock Slide. Okay. Going for the flinches. So what do I want to burn and what do I want to paralyze here? I think I'm going to nuzzle the Lycanroc, assuming we get through a turn. Because I haven't seen the Sash yet, so it could still be Sash on the Sneasler. So do I Willow that slot? We do outspeed it, so I am going to Willow the Sneasler slot. Lycanroc is going to Rock Slide, that does so much. No flinch, no flinch, no flinch. Okay, we land the Willow. That's good. So you can always Psychic Fangs this the next turn. As long as you don't double the Raichu here. Damn it. Okay. And there's the White Herb. Okay, so we could have just Psychic Fangs and killed it. Or we could have burned the other thing. So Float will take a Rock Slide, and it should not take a Moonblast. So I'm going to Moonblast you. What do I protect? Sneasler's not doing a lot of damage. Try to just kill something. Yeah, I'm going to try burning this slot. Okay. That's good. Alright, Dragapult. We live, don't flinch. That was a crit. We still live. And we land the Willow. Okay. I don't know if this is going well for me, but I'm going to Moonblast the Lycanroc and Psychic Fangs the Sneasler. There's the Diaclaw. We do live pretty comfortably. There's no status. Here's some Rock Slide. Okay, we do get that hit off. We should take out the Lycanroc. So we're not in a great spot. I think I was underprepared for... Oh, this is fantastic though. Because even if you have Pelipper in the back. So D-Gleam won't kill your burned, but I assume Adamant. Yeah. So I'm gonna protect here. And then I think it's Heat Wave. So that'll put you in range. And it'll get a good amount of chip onto you, but we should live a Rock Slide. Oh shit, I'm out of time. Oh shit. Ah! We really can't calc during these games. You really absolutely cannot calc. Fuck. I hope it's Heat Wave into this, because this is what I wanted as long as I didn't switch. Heat Wave was the play. Yeah, it's just a double protect, which is actually not what we wanted at all. We do get the protect out from the Steelix, so that's nice. And is it Diaclaw into that slot? Yeah. Okay, so they're clearly not sure that Diaclaw KOs. I think it does. Yeah, I really needed that to be Heat Wave. Or Overheat. I'm just gonna hope they don't... I'm so lost right now. I'm just gonna hope they don't click Wide Guard. It is so hard trying to keep track of everything. They switch into Reuniclus. Oh, Floette, you're the GOAT! Oh. That's so good. Okay, now just land Heat Wave. No. Okay, that should be okay. Floette living that is crazy. So, Overheat should kill... So Moonblast looks like it's a roll to kill Reuniclus. Which I think is what I have to go for. I think I have to Moonblast the Reuniclus. And then if I... You have to protect. I'm going to go for Heat Wave. So that Heat Wave damage actually might have mattered, because if it was a little bit lower. Reuniclus goes for Helping Hand. No. Oh, I'm gonna lose off that. If I'd overheated, I thought it had to protect, and it doesn't kill. So if I'd hit that Heat Wave, I mean, I can't really complain about hacks. Rock Slide should just take us out here with the Helping Hand boost, but get the burn! This game is so stupid. This game is so stupid. Dodge. This is the most Pokemon game to ever Pokemon. And what's insane is we haven't even won yet because none of our moves are 100% accurate. So what's more accurate? They're literally both 90% accurate. I'm gonna click Overheat. But this is the most hacksy piece of shit game. I actually can't. Okay, so we clutch out the tiniest of 1-0s with the most ridiculous. Like, I thought Steelix had to protect it, because if I just overheated into that slot, it was just dead. Oh. My god. That's crazy. I thought it had to protect in Trick Room, but if I got the first Heat Wave hit, then I would have been able to Moonblast Overheat and I would have been fine. So, such a stupid game. The Heat Wave burn into the Rock Slide miss. Yeah, we're playing Boffin next week. I can't. I'm gonna need to, like, take a sedative to get to sleep now. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, GG's to Amber. Go check out their links in the description. That's also where we do the, live battles, which this was meant to be 11 hours ago, played live, which would have been crazy. Chat would have been popping off. I will see you guys next week where we face Boffin.